Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's StockPed, and we're here to talk about AquaBounty, ticker symbol AQB. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I'm pretty sure you're going to like what I've got for you today. A few of the things that we're going to be going over are the latest news for AQB, the stock chart analysis, just a very quick one, and what we kind of see for the future for AQB. And I'd like to remind you that I'm not a professional financial advisor. If you are unsure of anything, please go and see some professional help. And yeah, let's crack on with the video. Just one more thing, guys. The aim of, well, my aim is to try and grow this channel by hitting, to begin with, around about 100 subscribers. So please make sure you absolutely destroy that like button and subscribe. That would be super awesome. I'd really appreciate it. All right, getting on with it. So for those who are new to the channel, or you've been sleeping under a rock, and you've never absolutely heard about AquaBounty, let me tell you a little bit about the company. So AquaBounty, according to AquaBounty, they develop and market products to enhance productivity in land-based aquaculture. It offers AquaAdvantage Salmon, which is a bioengineered Atlantic salmon for human consumption. So what that means is they grow salmon in tanks and bring these fish up in tanks. The fish essentially grow much quicker than what they would grow in normal environment and under normal circumstances. And essentially they get a fish full adult size much quicker. And it basically eats all the way through the year instead of eating just at one point. Instead of just eating at certain points of the year. So what they do is they bioengineer this fish, and it basically just grows a lot quicker. And then they harvest it, and they make an absolute load of money out of it. And it's safe. So that's AquaBounty in a nutshell. They have 3 analysts. So they've got 3 analysts now covering the stock as of Jan 2021. And according to the 3 analysts, we've got an average share price of $9.50 per share. So the way they've calculated this is they've considered the highest margin, which is $15, and the lowest margin, which is $4.50. If you average that out, you get $9.50 per share, which is pretty good, considering that we are currently sitting at, I think we closed last time at $8.76. I think that kind of puts us around 8.4% potential upside left to still grow to hit that average high target of 15 per share. So there's still some good upside there, and we are literally still at the beginning of the growth for AQB, and I'm very bullish on it. They seem to be getting more and more noticed in the market. I've noticed there's a bit more noise around AQB, which is a good thing. You've also got ARK Invest that are still snapping up the stock, and as of current, they're holding around about 8.6 million shares. That's 8.6 million shares, which makes my petty shares look exactly that petty. But yeah, they're holding 8.6 million shares. It's worth about $74 million, which is not bad. And if you kind of follow the whole ARK Invest and what they invest in, they did sell a tiny portion of their shares on the 30th of December, which I will show you here. And that's a teeny bit of what they own. It made barely any difference in their holdings, and I'm guessing they've just done it to kind of skim a bit of profits before the end of the year, before 2020 finished up. And it's completely normal, guys. If you have seen it, don't panic, don't go selling your shares. So keeping this moving in the same kind of analysis direction, we're going to look at the stock analysis now. And in my last, I think, 2 videos, I mentioned that we would kind of be trending sideways in that channel, and I've just showing you the screenshot here. The channel You can see there between the two lines, we've got around about $8, and which is the support, and $10, which is our resistance, our ceiling. So you can see those that channel there, and we're kind of trending between that channel. I think what will happen, just trend through that channel and consolidate around there and go sideways up until probably past February, maybe towards beginning to mid-Feb, before the financial earnings report comes out. So really, if you look at it, not a great deal has happened, to be honest. Making an educated guess, we can just assume that it will continue doing that until the 2nd of March, and then it will be a case of just watch this space and see what happens, really. I don't see anything else happening unless they release some information about how good or successful their previous harvest was, which could be interesting. What's more interesting is, are we going to be expecting, our small retail investors to buy the rumour and sell the news leading up to the 2nd of September, with expectations that AQB are going to release some really good news about their financial statements, or that their harvest was really successful, and they're also probably going to show what their bottom line looks like in terms of cash value raised from their previous stock offering. So it should be interesting to watch. Either way, it's not a bad thing if we trade sideways. It's still fairly cheap if you still want to get into it. Anything kind of below $10 is still quite cheap. These guys aren't considered a penny stock anymore. This is gone past that, and if we do break through that $10 ceiling, which is offering us that resistance, and can close above that for a couple of days, 3 to 4 days straight, then it's not impossible for it to fall below the 10, but I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit more harder for it to fall below the 10. And if you're trying to build your position in AQB, then to try and get into it before that, if you can, because as I said before, we've got 3 analysts covering this stock now, and the highest price target for this is currently 15. That will absolutely get reviewed once they release their financial statement in March, and which will probably come out with some information about what sort of news they've got around their harvest, and those figures will probably get reviewed and may push above 15 to possibly $18 is the max. So we'll see what happens. Just to close off on the video, guys, on the back of all of this, I think it's worth mentioning that AquaBounty is really shaping up to be a leader in this field of bioengineering food, of bioengineered foods, and we kind of have to think, well, what's to stop them from moving into a different food category, or a different, branching off into something else? If they're leaders in this now, and it's looking like they're shaping up to be, quite a strong competitor in this field for the future, which is why ARK Invest are investing heavily in them. They would only invest in this innovative technology if they believe in it, and they're going in quite bullish, which makes sense because these guys could revolutionize that entire sector. They could now move from bioengineered salmon to bioengineered, something else, a different type of fish, really. There's nothing to stop them from doing that. They've got the tech for it, and there's literally absolutely nothing to stop them from doing that, providing they can get approval for human consumption. On that, we've also got to think what happens to the stock and long term the company once they get approval in the EU, for example. At the moment, it's only approval in the US and Canada, but what happens once they hit the EU market? If that's what they're going to tackle, what happens then? Are we going to see the price change? Absolutely, yeah, I'd probably say so. And once that happens, $18 a share is a thing of the past. $15 a share is absolutely a thing of the past. So, that's long term. This isn't stuff that's going to happen in the next 6 months. This is probably 2 to 3 years. But the idea is to build your position up, hold those long, and hopefully in, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, we'll be up there. Like, it's not going to stay at $9. Once we push past that 10, it's see you later. It's, as we say, to the moon, gone. We're blasting off. So, anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I hope you all had a good Christmas and a good New Year, good festive season, and you're all back at work, feeling fresh, and being safe. And really appreciate the time you've taken to watch the video. And like I said before, absolutely love if you could smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. Means a lot to me. I'm trying to grow the channel and try to include some other stuff into it. As I keep mentioning before, I'll probably start making some other videos on other stock, but for the time being I just want to focus on AQB and build this up a bit, and try and grow some community in AQB. And yeah, if you guys got any questions, please feel free to leave comments. I read through every single comment, and appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.